How's it going, everybody? I'd like to welcome you to the first episode of the A.W.C.W podcast. I am your host, the Twisted King Savage.
Anime, wrestling, comic books, and weed. This is the AWCW podcast with your host, the Twisted King Savage.
Now you might ask why all four. Well, it's just been my experience in being a comic book, a wrestling fan, anime, and weed. I found in my travels a lot of people hold the same love I have for all four of these subjects, so why not just combine it all, talk about it, have some fun, and see where this goes. So I'd like to share with you guys a brief history of my time podcasting. I started about maybe 4 or 5 years ago. A friend of mine was telling me about podcasts they were listening to, and I really wanted to learn more. And so I started looking into wrestling podcasts, and I found one called the AWWIR, All Week Wrestling in Review. I immediately fell in love with this show. I enjoyed the fact that it wasn't just a show with one guy talking, giving his opinions, but it was a community driven show that allowed people to call in and give their opinions and have overall what I felt was an amazing time talking about wrestling. The show was ran by Dan the Cannon at the time, with great contributors. I mean, I still to this day I think about all the guys I got to talk to and exchange wrestling knowledge and opinions with. I mean, what was it? DTC, Living Legend, Kiwi Tuts. God, I miss hearing Kiwi Tuts every week. My man, the Mountie. Oh my God. Just to hear one of his contributions just made my week so much better so many times. Hallmark of Sweden, BW, my people from the New Standard, Rocky Mountain High, Porter Rock, Ceramic Samurai, Finfish, Kata, was always been one of my favorite callers. That's Cataclysmic. Ninja Rock, Mr. Fourth Row, Wild the Savage, Big Josh. Oh, I miss hearing from a lot of you guys. I mean, every once in a while, I literally go back just to listen to the Mountie's intro or fucking hear a Kiwi Tut segment, just to have a laugh and just remember how much fun it was listening to that show every week. So it's with that spirit I say now, like, if you guys hear this, you know what I'm saying, please send something in, hit me up. Hit me on GroupMe, Instagram, whatever. I always love hearing from you guys. Oh shit! Don't let me also get my boy GBL. Boy, I miss you so much, bro. I miss talking to you guys. But yeah, if you guys have any contributions, I know WrestleMania is coming up. I know a lot of big news coming up, and I love to hear your opinions about what's going on, and not just in wrestling, because I know a lot of you guys are fans of anime and fans of the comic book movies. I mean, we have Avengers Endgame coming up. Captain Marvel just came out. What was it? Also, you guys got questions about the marijuana industry. Out here in California, there is a crazy revolution going on all levels, and I'm just having fun. It's taking my time learning about the industry. I am currently working in the industry, so I'm getting an interesting behind-the-scene look of how things are working, especially when it comes to regulations and all that stuff that's going on. Like, if you have any questions, I'm always willing to answer any question that you might have. Now, for my plans for the show, if my ultimate goal for this show is if I can get this anywhere close to how the AWWIR once was, when I have amazing people contributing their thoughts and opinions, about comic books, anime, wrestling, weed. It doesn't matter. I'm always interested in what you have to say, and I will do my best to be fair, impartial, and give my honest opinion to you as well. On the other side of that, when it comes to the marijuana cannabis side of things, I will be attempting to do, a more educational approach, or I want to help teach people about the industry and about certain things to kind of dispel some of the rumors and the myths, and just open it up for a much larger audience. Now, I want to keep my first episode fairly short. I don't want to draw on too long, but I do want to try to at least cover something from each one of the topics I picked. Starting off with the big A, of course, anime. I want to know what you guys are out there watching. Like right now, I'm watching My Hero Academia. I'm loving the show. I'm loving how it's structured, the characters. There's pretty much not a character in that show I don't like, and it goes for both the villains and the heroes. Back to watching Dragon Ball Super. I've been watching Dragon Ball since I was a kid, so it's hard not to watch that. I'm also looking for some new animes. My brother not too long ago suggested Baki on Netflix. That was actually really good. Sorry about that. My phone is going off. Should have turned that off. But other than that, just let me know what you're watching. What are you liking? What anime references are you noticing in wrestling? Like, I do know. Well, that's more of a video game wrestler, but I do know. Kenny Omega uses a lot of themes from Final Fantasy, and Sephiroth in particular, with the one-winged angel and everything. Next up, for the wrestling side, WrestleMania is coming up. Let me know how you feel about the card. I mean, I know we got the triple threat between Becky Lynch, Ronda Rousey, and Charlotte Flair. Not too happy about that. I wanted it to be Becky and Ronda in a one-on-one, but somehow Charlotte got her way in there. Seth versus Brock. There's a couple of good matches. I'm actually getting sold on the Batista Triple H. I'm kind of liking where that's going, even though I'm not a big fan of Triple H getting another fucking WrestleMania match. I think it just takes away from another person who deserves to use that spot to get themselves over. But that's just my opinion on that. Also, what's going on in wrestling with AEW? I mean, every week AEW is having some big news on what they're doing. It's clear that WWE is panicking somewhat. I don't know if it's just the fact that they're afraid that during this time where they're switching over to Fox, that they might lose some viewers to the upcoming AEW shows. It's going to be really interesting to watch in wrestling, especially to see who stays in WWE in the next few weeks, who's going. I do feel right now that finally WWE is kind of getting us a clear picture of WrestleMania, but I just feel that they're waiting too long, and they're kind of hoping to pull something out of their ass at the last minute. I really feel that this WrestleMania in particular had a general outline, and nothing is happening the way they wanted it to go. And as for the comic book side of things, right now, I've been reading the Killmonger miniseries. That's been pretty good. The Batman Who Laughs, that's amazing. Today I picked up The Grim Knight, a very interesting story. For the comic book movies, I mean, there's the James Gunn rehiring. That's big news right now. Apparently he will be directing Guardians of the Galaxy 3 and directing Suicide Squad. And I just found out today that it won't be a sequel, but a total reboot. So James Gunn is looking to going to have an amazing 2020, possibly, with not one but 2 comic book movies from 2 different companies. He might be the only director to ever do that feat. Outside of that, Captain Marvel. Not saying it was a bad movie. I enjoyed it. It was entertaining. But I just felt that this was just something that was just shoehorned into the MCU to make a plausible threat for Thanos. I'm not entirely sure at this time. Like, I just kind of felt like this whole entire storyline was hijacked by a character who's not to my knowledge, maybe in the recent battles that they've had with Thanos, that he might have tangled with Captain Marvel. But to me, the war with Thanos has always been between Thanos and Adam Warlock. It's kind of like, to me, having Professor Xavier fight without Magneto there. It's, to me, there's no point. You have to have both of these characters. And I know they've had issues with this, but I just feel that they just dropped the ball on that side of things. Let's see. Also, Heroes in Crisis has been a very interesting read. I'm not going to give up too many details, but it's a great mystery of who done it, what's going on. It tackles the very concept of what heroes go through between the pages, between the issues, what things you don't see when they're battling whatever villain that they're dealing with. And them dealing with the trauma of the after effects of that. And lastly, the last W, Weed. For that, I just want to highlight some of the amazing companies I have met and seen the last couple of months, to watch how they grow. For those who don't know about the marijuana industry out here in California, there's the recreational sides, the clubs and everything. Then there's what you call the brown market, the gray market, the black market, whatever you want to use. But it's like the underground, I use that term loosely, sessions. These are like, think of them as weed farmer markets, where farmers and makers come there and sell their wares for a much lower price than you can get in the clubs. It's not regulated like the clubs, which causes problems. But for those who can't afford $70 to buy a top shelf eighth, can afford the sessions, and that's what it's all about. To me, the sessions are an area where you can support small local farmers who make great products, who care about the people who they're making this for. These are not just people trying to make some weed to get rich. These are people using this platform to support their families, to support their dreams, their goals, and I'm all for that. Like, some of the best companies I've gone to, I've dealt with, is Synergy Gummies. They're hands down the best edibles on the fucking planet. I'm not even kidding. Illicit extracts. I watched the guys who create this great concentrate start at the bottom and is now producing some top quality product. Who else out there? Big shout out to Purple Bliss, some of the best THC syrup that you will ever find. Ladybugs, they make amazing syrup as well. Or Ladybuds, my bad. Who else? Top Harvest Club, THC Club. They're doing amazing things. Bad Bomb Salts. It's not just about growing some weed and selling that weed in the market. It's also about what can you do with this product that's going to be different from everybody else. Because if everybody's just selling weed, it's not going to, I don't feel like this is going to work. But the fact that people are taking this product and are converting it into things that to me, it just amazes me. I mean, the edibles now are amazing. I mean, there's a company out there called RE Relief that has the best medicated candy bacon you will ever have in your life. Like, if anything should be illegal, it should probably be that bacon, because it is addicting as so with all that said, I'm gonna bring this to a close. Once again, I'd like to give a big shout out to all my inspirations from the AWWIR. I love you guys so much. I miss a lot of you. I know I'm not in the group chat as much. I do my best to try to peek in and out. For this show, I probably will be starting a group meet chat for this show, just so we can continue the conversations, talk about whatever you want. I look forward to hearing from you guys that do contact me. For those that don't, I have nothing but love for you. Hope to hear from you guys one day soon. To anyone else who's listening to, don't feel free to, don't hesitate to hit me up. I'll hook you up with information. Follow me on the socials. My personal Instagram is the Twisted King Savage, and the Instagram for the show is A.W.C.W Podcast. I'd like to thank you for your time. Hope you guys have a blessed day. Peace.
Soy la nueva norma. أنا معيار جديد. I am the new standard.
我是新标准。
Io sono il nuovo standard. Ich bin der neue Standard.